Well, first, let's make sure everything's going good. Okay, so I just got done watching NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3. Wow. Wow. This is a glasses off situation, like at the beginning of the video. Um, wow. Um, I don't know what to say. To be completely honest, I'm speechless at the end of the pay-per-view watching it. And I'll get to my thoughts on the ending, but wow. That's all. I don't know what to say about the person showing up at the end. I think we knew he was going to be there, but what he did wasn't impactful, sort of. Anyways, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But it's shocking that he's actually there because we've been talking and talking about it and hearing about it, and people kept debating whether he was actually signed. Well, now it's confirmed. Anyways, I didn't watch the pre-show, so I don't know if there was any match on the pre-show or anything like that. If there was, I apologize. I didn't watch it. I didn't want to watch the pre-show. I'm sure it had some fun stuff on it. I might have to watch it for not Sam because I think he was on there. So I may watch it maybe a few days. I'll watch it. SummerSlam is more important to me. And just watching the show is more important to me. So it started off with Johnny Gargano and I butchered this guy's name. Cian Alta Almas? I don't know. Anyways, I predicted this. I got this. I'm going to go my predictions too and tell you whether I got it right or wrong. Almost won. I did predict this. It was a really, really good match. I would almost say they stole the show, but the other matches were really, really good too. I think every single match on this card was amazing. There wasn't one bad match on this card. There's not even a match where you're like, that could have been better. There's not a match like that. All the matches were really, really good. The only thing I would complain about is the World Championship match, but I'll get to that. I'll talk about that when I get to it. It's not much of a complaint. It was just awkwardness in the ring, really. But anyways, there's a bug on the wall. Oh well, whatever. Hold on, let me kill it. All right, sorry. Random centipede show. There's like, I don't know what's going on with centipedes in this area, in this apartment. Like, we get like tons of them. Anyways, random killing of a centipede in the middle of the night on my video. But yeah, the Gargano almost match, really amazing. There was a point where he went to do his little thing where he catches in the ropes and does a thing, and instead of doing it, he puts Gargano in like a move or an armbar over the rope. So it was really interesting. That was really cool. And he ended up getting the win. It was a really cool match. They wrestled for a decent amount of time, and I kind of thought this was going on in the back of my head. Is that this show was? I think it ran for. Did it run for almost 3 hours? I can't remember how long it was. I think it was like 2 hours and a half. It went for 2 hours and a half. So it was nearly a 3 hour show. And every match, they let every match breathe. You know, they got a lot of stuff in. They really got to. All right, my computer is doing something funky. I really hope it don't shut off. If it does, I apologize. It's being really jumpy right now for some reason. Anyways, do it. Acts like it's going to shut my broadcast off for some reason. Being weird. YouTube's being weird and stuff with its Hangout. First, it wouldn't even let me like broadcast at first. It's like, NXT, what are you trying to do? And it started doing something. That was weird. It kicked my window down for a second. What's wrong with you? Anyways, hurry up and do the review before. Hey, stop. Can't do it. I don't understand. Anyways, yeah, the match was really good. Gargano lost. The reason why I predicted this is that Almost has lost to almost everybody. He hasn't really got a win yet, and Gargano really doesn't need the win. People still love him regardless, and he still put on a hell of a match. And the ending was really, really weird, though, with the chick throwing the shirt at Gargano, and he catches it. He's like, the hell? And as soon as he turns around, it's like, wow! It almost hits him with the move, and it's over. Because he hit him with the thing, and then he put him in the middle of the ring, and he did this finisher. So it was really cool. Almost finally gets a big win on the pay-per-view. So there you have it. Then we get the NXT Tag Team Championship. Wow. This is when all predictions got thrown out the window. And anybody that had any predictions found out that this was the beginning of the end of their predictions for the night. Corey Graves, a special ring announcer. That was really cool. And Authors of Pain came out in new gear. Not sure if I like the camo green. Maybe keep it gray, and it would have been better. I think they got the color right originally. Just the outfits needed to change. I like the chain thing that was over something like the helmet they had, and they had the chain thing over top of it. I like that. I don't know why they didn't keep that. But the one cool thing they had on now, Authors of Pain, it was kind of too bright camo green. I don't think they need that. They keep messing with their. It's like they want to be, and I know exactly what they're going for. They're trying to create another Road Warriors tag team, and trying to do everything exactly like the Road Warriors used to have. And they're doing a good job. I mean, Authors of Pain's amazing. They're able to go with the guys they put out there with them, and whatever. So maybe this means they did lose the straps to Eric Young and Alexander Wolf. I don't know if they're going to use the free bird rule. I'm assuming they are. So now we have two 3-man groups. And this kind of brings me to my next question, and maybe this is a whole other video in the future that I might do a topic here on, is that will they be trying to create the Von Erich Freebird feud with New Day and Insanity once they get up to the main roster? Because there was a big heat back in the day, and I wonder if New Day is going to try and be the heels and make Sanity the baby faces once they get up to the main roster, because I don't think it would work any other way. Because I think at some point people are going to be annoyed by New Day, and they're going to become the bad guys. And just like the Freebirds, they were kind of the originators of, they created the Freebird rule. So people, I think, were annoyed by that. I don't know what really caused the heat back in the day, but I'm assuming if something was done right, he's working with the company right now. He knows what they did to get the heat. So I wonder if that's what they're going to try and do. They're going to try and create this big kind of heat that they recreate something that they did back then, which I think it's going to be very hard to do, because they were in the same venue most of the time, and they had this major heat going on with that. So this is just a thought. And now that they're tag team champions, crazy. Nikki Cross, I don't like the spot with Nikki Cross jumping on the guy. He catches him, he catches her, and Killian Dane spears him to the table. That was really cool, with the referee being distracted by Paul Ellering. Kind of cool. It was really, really cool. This match was really good. This match was surprising because my son was watching. And I'm like, don't be surprised these guys aren't good. And as soon as I said that, like in the midst of they do some crazy move in the ring, I'm like, okay, never mind. It's going to be a good match. But even if they didn't do that, they're more traditional wrestlers. But they look more like traditional wrestlers. But they continue to amaze, I think, the WWE universe with the things that they can do. These new wrestlers coming from other companies that fans maybe never even seen those brands. People coming into the network, maybe never watch WCPW, never watch Ring of Honor, never watch New Japan, or never watched TNA. So some of these wrestlers are kind of new to them. the only thing they ever watched was WWE. So it's kind of cool seeing these people, and the people that do know these wrestlers are coming in and stuff like that. They get excited for it because they know what they're capable of, and is WWE going to use them the correct way? That's, I think, the appeal. So it's cool. Sanity is now your new tag team champions. Up in the main roster, I don't know. I think they're pretty good. I mean, I think they're ready to go. I don't know. I don't know what kind of gear they're going to use coming up. I think they still need to work on that. But who knows? Maybe they'll get the belts back on NXT TV, or they'll build to the next pay-per-view, and then they'll go up to the main roster. Then we got, did we get? Yeah, we got Aleister Black, I think, and Hideo Itami. Wow. This match. This match. I don't think it went a long time. But it was really, really hard-hitting what they did do in the ring. This, in my opinion, was match of the night. There's no doubt in my mind. I thought Gargano and Almas was going to be the match of the night. And Sanity's tag match, was really, really good as well. But I think Aleister Black and Hideo Itami stole the show. It seemed like there was a couple botches in there. I don't know if you could tell where the botches happened, but it seems to me that there was a couple botches. One of them I thought I'd seen somewhere. But I mean, professionals in wrestling know that when a botch happens, continue to work. Don't stop. And even if the other person's hurt, make sure they're okay, but keep going. And that's what's good about. And you can tell sometimes because the referee will be worried about the wrestler, and they'll go over to him and they'll say something to him, or you can probably guess when they think a botch happens because the referee goes over and goes, he's like, "Hey, you okay?" And he steps back or whatever. And sometimes you kind of wonder when it happens. So I know he got bloodied up at some point, so something happened. You can always tell, back in WCW, I remember Regal getting hit one time, and some other people getting hit. I think Benoit got hit, a long time ago, and he was, bleeding from the nose, and he got a bloody nose, whatever. And you'd always know that either something messed up or they got a bloody nose during a match, which would be kind of random. I mean, it was silly getting it happen. I know somebody got a bloody nose one time in a match, and you can tell, match, and it wasn't even something where you could think that they could get hit. It was basically, you could tell that it was a bloody nose. They literally got a bloody nose during the match because they weren't that fast in Impact the wrestler. They were two big, large monsters fighting or something, and one person got a bloody nose. I remember this happening. But anyway, Aleister Black, Hideo Itami. Good God. Great match. I want them to fight again. I hope they do. Aleister Black got the win with a black mass kick out of nowhere, basically. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. I definitely want to see these guys fight. Drew, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know where they're going with this. Who's going to face the world champion next? But here is my thing. We did crown a new champion tonight, okay? Drew McIntyre is your new NXT champion. Very, very odd. Did not see that coming. No one saw that coming. I think everybody and their grandma predicted Rude was going to walk out with the NXT championship. So that begs the difference if Rude is going up to the main roster. I said, it could happen in my predictions, because he's getting older and they need to use him before he cannot be used anymore. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up on Raw Monday or SummerSlam tomorrow. But I doubt he would do. There's nothing really impactful for him to do, really, except join the Miztourage, which would be stupid. So I don't think he's going to do it unless he just shows up in the crowd and gives the illusion that he might show up soon, which he could be. But with Aleister Black, with Drew winning the championship, the thought crossed my mind that maybe they did have some short reigns. After Neville held the title for a long time, they had Sammy win it, and then he lost it really, really quick to Kevin Owens. And then Owens, he held the belt a decent amount of time, but he didn't keep it for that long. So that makes me wonder is that they have plans to have another person hold the title for a long period of time, but it's not going to be Bobby Roode. It's probably not going to be Drew McIntyre. It may be Aleister Black because of how popular he is and how his presence is so huge. I think him and Hideo could have a good feud in the future with the title. And they could be your new, Shinsuke and Samoa Joe. And not just because he's Japanese, and not just because he's Chinese, Japanese, whatever. It's just because that they have that same kind of atmosphere when they fight. That people want to see them fight. And that's the thing that they have between Joe and Nakamura. People wanted to see him fight. And it was incredible when those two fought. So having Hideo Itami and, Aleister Black, incredible. Match with that, Aleister Black won. Already awesome after that. The Women's Championship, Asuka defends against Ember Moon. I hoped that Asuka would drop the championship here. I think a lot of people were kind of in the middle. What a lot of people thought Asuka was going to keep the championship. But I thought they kept hinting at it and poking at it about her reign and how long she held the belt and how long a champion she's been. And she's been hard to beat and all this other stuff. And I'm like, she's going to lose the belt. She's going to lose the belt all throughout the match. And the match was amazing. The match was really good. This is the best Ember Moon match I have seen thus far. And it was a really knockdown, drag out fight between Asuka and Ember Moon. It was really good. I really give props to Ember Moon. I said her promo work has got to get better. And maybe that's why they didn't want to put the belt on her yet. Asuka did get the win. I like the way they finished the match. She basically got her finisher on her directly after the last thing that she tried to do on her, the last move. She failed on the move, and then all of a sudden she gets hooked in Asuka lock, and it was done. Kind of shocking, but like I said, she does need some work. But where do you go from here? I mean, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is they put on a really good match this time, way better than their last match. Their last match was mediocre. It was not even a good match. It was a good match, but it wasn't overly nothing special. It wasn't really nothing. It was probably the worst match on the card last time when they fought. So this time around, it was really, really good. People even were chanting, clapping and stuff for her when she left. Some people were saying, yeah, thank you, Ember. I wish the crowd would have got more into it, saying thank you, Ember, because it was a really, really good match. She deserved that moment because it was she actually did really, really good. And I think playing the match back and people watching it and stuff, people are going to respect her a lot more than what they did before this pay-per-view or before a takeover. So props to her. Asuka retaining. Like I said, the only thing I can think of is they're going to book them again for the match, and then Ember Moon's finally going to win in a very, very, intense match. Maybe an Iron Man match or something they'll book next time. They're going to be doing really good work next time, and Ember's going to take it. Ember's going to take the belt next time. Then we get, and Jim Ross called on Aleister Black and Hideo Itami. That was really interesting. More Ronaldo. Dude, what? I don't know. He doesn't belong in NXT, in my opinion. Some people may disagree, but I just don't like him in NXT. I just. Three guys sometimes are too many. Tonight, four was definitely too many. Appreciate saying nothing. Nigel can get a word in edgewise. It's basically Morrow and Jim Ross calling Aleister Black in a Hideo Itami's match. Corey Graves and Morrow basically calling the tag team title match. Nobody got a word in edgewise. It was interesting to say the least. I'll say that. Then the world title match. The world title match was really, really good. I enjoyed it. There was some awkwardness in there. The only thing I'm going to complain about was some of the awkwardness because Rude is kind of smaller than Drew, and he was having to. It just seemed like. I'm telling you right now. As soon as I turn this camera on, I start yawning. It's like a disease that I have deep inside my body. When a camera is on my face, I just start yawning. I'm not tired. Like I'm not gonna go to bed at like 4 or 5. I don't know why. Why? I want to yawn during videos. Anyway, Drew looked pretty good. He had some moments where I looked at him like, why is he in the world title match? Because like I was like, I've never seen this guy wrestle. I've hardly ever seen this guy wrestle. Literally, WCW match, WCPW matches. Haven't seen any of his work in TNA. I haven't really been watching him in NXT. So this is my first time watching a full match of Drew McIntyre versus anybody. I watched one little clip thing on YouTube, but really haven't seen much. So upon watching the match, I'm just like, I'm not really impressed with him all that much. I don't think he's going to walk away with the championship. And initially, that's why. And I don't think anybody thought he was going to win the title. But at the end, he won the title. Okay. Like I said, kind of, honestly, this is going to be a huge, huge statement. And people may agree, though. This is the world title match was probably the worst match on the card. Has that ever been said on any pay-per-view? WWE's at all? The world title match was the worst match on the card. It's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I mean, it's about NXT. But at the end, and after the tag title match, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish came to the ring, beat up Sanity, beat up Authors of Pain, let them land, held the tag titles high, dropped the belts, walked out of the ring. They showed up, crowd popped, crowd was going freaking nuts. For one, when Sanity won the titles, and two, they came to the ring and jumped them right after they won the titles. So crazy. Then Adam Cole came out after the world title match. I when you're watching the wrestling pay-per-view, you should know better. Don't get on YouTube. If you're watching it live, then whatever. But if you're watching it like you get home from work and you're watching the pay-per-view, don't turn on YouTube because you're going to be spoiled. You're going to be spoiled. You're going to get yourself ruined. But Jesus Lord, I turn it on and I see Adam Cole. I'm like, I know he's going to be there now. So I'm sitting there waiting after the world title match, waiting for Cole to show up because I'm like, what? And he like turns away and he turns around and Redragon is right there. And they're like, just sitting in the corner going, and I'm like, the hell? And then Cole shows up behind him and attacks him. And Cole looks so underwhelming though. Like Cole looks so underwhelming during the thing. So I kind of hope that they build him up. They do something with Adam Cole because he looked very pathetic. He didn't look very like boom. He looks like, oh, this fan wandered into the ring. Who is Adam Cole? Who's this guy? He's a fan? Oh, he got in the ring. Okay, all right, that's cool. Maybe they'll get him out sometime. Uh, but Adam Cole's there. Red Dragon, Redragon, whatever the hell they're going to. I don't know what they're going to be called. Maybe they're going to be called like Blue Dragon this time or something. I don't know. Evidently they're a faction because they're hanging out together. So I don't know what's going on. It's probably going to be some sort of thing like the Kingdom that he had going in Ring of Honor. We'll see what happens there. But seemed pretty interesting what happened tonight. It was pretty crazy. Kind of underwhelming though. Like they should have like hit his music or something. He just showed up and did that, and it's like, really? I don't know. I'm kind of left speechless to how the pay-per-view ended, how the takeover ended, and not sure how people are going to think about Adam Cole that have no idea who the hell he is. It's like this random guy in jeans that looks like a normal guy jumps in the ring. It's like, who the hell is this guy? And I'm not trying to say, you have to be huge, you got to be a wrestler, but you have to have something to tell people who this guy is, and all they keep saying when people come in from other companies is that this guy's won championships around the world and all this other stuff. And I'm like, dude, shut up. But they're there. So kind of excited to see Kyle O'Reilly. Supposedly he made his TV debut, but I didn't never seen that. Bobby Fish has wrestled a couple times on NXT TV, but I haven't seen Kyle O'Reilly yet. So maybe he did wrestle in a squash match or something, or I have no idea. But don't really have anything else to say other than people's predictions are going to be all over the place. People are going to be this pay-per-view was weird because people things happened that people didn't think was going to happen. Drew won the championship. Sanity got the tag belts. WTF? What the fuck? What is going on? Triple H woke up and he had a Vince McMahon moment. You know what? Instead of Rude having the belt, Drew's going to get the belt. And people backstage like, why is he getting the belt? He's not even, what? He just got here. The hell is he? Kevin Owens? The hard comparison. I'm sorry. Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens. No. Owens. Not McIntyre. No. Why? Why is he the champion? Like I said, short reign, Aleister Black. Next takeover, probably Drew, Adam Cole for the championship. Drew kicks his ass. Takeover for Mania, Aleister Black versus Drew McIntyre. Aleister whips his ass. I'm still waiting for. And see, that's why I wish they would make another championship for NXT because I would love to see them do everything like they normally do, on a takeover. And this was what I was hoping would happen tonight. Is that Gargano and Almas match was going to go super long. They're going to put on this amazing match. People will be like, dude, the match was amazing, dude. The match was awesome. And then Aleister Black comes out. Hideo comes out, all that stuff. As soon as the match starts, he hits Black Mass, and it's over. He pins him. It's done. I was waiting for it, dude. I'm waiting for a boxing moment, with Aleister Black. I would love for whoever he faces for the World Championship, him to maybe even just make it on NXT TV, and he challenges for the title. He wins a thing. They're going to have the title match at NXT TV, and literally the match starts, and he just goes, bam, hits him with Black Mass. It's over. He wins the championship in less than a minute because that has never happened on NXT, and Aleister Black could be the guy to do it. To have a short match like that when they're not paying attention, it would be even better is if Rude gets the belt back. Aleister Black challenges him for the belt in the next pay-per-view. They have this great pay-per-view. They have and you'll probably notice if they ever do anything like that because they'll probably add 2 extra matches. They'll be average matches, and then at the end, Aleister Black will be like, "Whoa!" Rude's knocked out. Aleister's standing there, pins him 1, 2, 3, walks out with the NXT Championship. That'd be awesome. That should definitely happen. Have other great matches. Have Peyton Royce versus the hell's her name? I don't know. Dumbass that wants to be Bailey. That chick. Have them wrestle or something. Or you could have dumb chick that wants to be what the hell's her name? God dang it. Money in the Bank chick. Carmella. There you go. Dumb chick that wants to be her. Wrestle dumb chick that wants to be Bailey. There you go. Fake Bailey versus fake Carmella. NXT Takeover. You guys should know what I'm talking about. Pretty simple. I think, what is that girl's name? That seems like she's like Bailey. But people are booing her. Like, people are like, no, screw you. We don't like you. NXT people are doing it. Because they were booing her last time I seen her on TV. But I think she's wrestled since then. And she had a good match or something. I don't know. She was horrible when I seen her, though. She was like, whoever she wrestled, she got beat. Like, bad. Or did she beat him? I can't remember. Anyway. Pay-per-view was great, though. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. I need to go back and watch the Bailey-Sasha thing. I haven't seen it yet. I think that was the first one. Wasn't it? Pretty sure. Anyways, had a couple of viewers stop by. I seen that. They probably said something, but I can't work this damn thing. So, thank you for stopping by. If you're subscribers, thank you. Leave a comment down below if you showed up. If you didn't show up, and you see this after post-live session, if you see this post after whatever, I lost my, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, leave a comment down below. What do you thought about NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3? And let me know your thoughts on the match. Did it mess up your predictions really bad? If you had predictions, if you talk to your friends and like, dude, this is what's going to happen. Show, and you're like, shit, my stuff's ruined. I lost money on this deal, which if you're betting on wrestling, I'm sorry, that betting on wrestling thing, you're stupid. Don't be doing it. Just, unless you're cheating, don't do it. It's a bad thing. Dude, if you knew about Vince McMahon, he wakes up one morning and says, you know what? No. This is what's going to happen. Instead of Brock Lesnar getting a rematch against the title, let him stay gone. Gold Dust. You're getting a world title match. I'm putting the belt on you. Tonight on Monday Night Raw, you're going to get a title match. You're going to win the belt. People in the crowd be like, weren't you just in a feud with R-Truth? You can't bet on wrestling. Anyways, if your predictions got messed up, let me know down below. Just like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I cannot do this tomorrow night with SummerSlam because it's probably going to be late when it gets over. And I have to watch it as soon as I get home from work. But I will try and do it Monday morning. If not, it'll be shortly after that. Yeah. I'm sort of speechless about what happened at TakeOver tonight. It's pretty amazing. I thought it was pretty cool. I'm definitely going to start watching NXT again since all this crap happened. Who knows what's going to happen now? With Street Prop Crime Time version 2 showing up, Street Profits. There you go. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with them. Sanity, Adam Cole, Blue Dragon, Green Dragon, whatever the hell they are. They showed up, and Asuka still champion. Yeah, and Alistair is still King of Darkness. Anyways, keep rocking. Keep on watching wrestling. Later, guys, gals, dragons. Your family's on TV now.